I mean, let me just start it off, right? You know, my name is Sohail, you know, aka Oxy. Either works, you know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, just go and introduce yourself.
My name is Josh. I go by a couple different aliases, if you will, depending on how I'm feeling, depending on what type of music I'm making.
Depending on the country and whatever warrants I have out.
Correct, 100%. Yeah, so Josh here. Let's get it, Matt. I want to hear from you. What do you got?
What's up? Matt here, aka Kurt Waldo, you know, up in the building.
In the house, big boy.
Formerly known as Kundin Wright, you know.
The OG.
We're just in here like swimwear.
Hell yeah, dude. Good shit.
Yeah,
no, like Josh was saying, yeah, we're just gonna keep it chill. We're just kind of getting our bearings and just vibing out for this first episode. So yeah, we're gonna try to hit up that Desert Island, 3 albums, and then also 3 mixtapes. Right. All right.
Yes, sir. Who wants to go first? It's a round robin here. Who wants to go first? Who's feeling themselves? Who knows what they want?
I'd say you go for it, man.
So this is the thing,
unless
right?
Oxy wants to go.
Because before we started recording, it's like we were just doing it off the top. Like you were like, don't think about it too much. Just right now, off the top, what would you pick? And I picked the ones I picked. Am I still going off of that, or am I trying to like think deeply about this? You know
well, it really depends. Like, I mean, do you want to go ahead and just like shoot your shot now? Do you want to let it fly, or do you want to really think about it? Because these things, hey, by the way, this is a podcast. This lives forever. So
exactly.
By the way, in case you didn't know, dude, we're in a podcast here. All right. I guess I'll hit it first. All right, and I'll let you guys think about it. You know, while I do mine.
Cool, thanks.
So I know for a fact I'm gonna have a Travis Scott tape, right? And mixtapes, he only has what, Al Farrow and Days Before Rodeo, right? So
yes, sir.
Days Before Rodeo. You know what I'm saying? You got some fucking you know, Skyfall, bro, fucking The Prayer, man, the Mamacita, bro. Y'all remember Mamacita, dude?
Quit, dude, legend.
Heaters. So I have to go with that, and then because also Travis is he's my favorite artist. I think he's the best, most talented.
Would you say top 5, top 10?
Dude, top all 1, time, bro. All time.
Go.
All time.
Fucking go.
This is the thing, right? I don't think Travis has enough music out to contend with all time yet, right? Because I think Kanye's got a little more in his portfolio, right? But like proportionally speaking, I think Kanye has more misses than Travis. Yeah, we'll get into it.
Very good point.
Travis, Days Before Rodeo. I'm gonna hit up some of that Lil Peep, right? Because I want some variety.
Number 2.
So we're gonna hit up Lil Peep Hellboy mixtape. It was the first tape I listened to, dude, and I went nuts over that shit, dude. But yeah, no, you know what I'm saying? That alternative emo rap like vibes. I'm into it, you know. Because it is Desert Island, dude. I can't oversaturate the same kind of music, right? So yeah, Lil Peep, Hellboy, Travis Scott, Days Before Rodeo, and I want an R&B like tape, but like I don't know a lot of R&B mixtapes. You know, the bangers are all albums, right? Before we started, I said Roy Wood's Exes, but I mean that tape's only like 6 songs, right? So now I'm just kind of like, shit, you know? I don't know, man. Fuck. So, I mean, Roy Woods, he's one of my favorite R&B artists. Party Next Door. I like Black.
Party Made Roy. Am I wrong? Party Made Roy? OVO Made Roy? And Party? Is this a Drake end-all be-all?
I would say Drake made Roy, honestly, dude.
Yeah.
That first tape, Exodus, he had a Drake feature, Drama, and that really kicked off his shit. Yeah, and the same thing with Party. Like, Party had a Drake feature on every one of his tapes.
Yeah. Fire, by the way.
It's so fire. Hey, listen, like, I do want to talk about Drake too, but we'll wait on that, dude. That guy's.
I mean, you could go So Far Gone. I mentioned it in the little prelude too, but like, I mean,
So Far Gone solid. Fuck, dude. I don't know. I don't know. I might have to circle back around.
Now, can you live with that answer? Do you say to yourself, hey, if I'm on a deserted island, I feel good about these? Is this in the moment or like you can really live with this?
Those first two, yes. Travis and Lil Peep, 100%. Like, I will always be down with that shit. Even though I don't really bump Lil Peep like that anymore, you know? But yeah, I'll still say that, dude. Like, something about his music, especially because, you know, it's very contextual. When I was listening to Lil Peep a lot, it was like, you know, I was in college, we were vibing a lot, you know? So it is nostalgic in that sense. But yeah, absolutely. So Lil Peep, Travis for sure. And then, yeah, I like, fuck it, I'm going to say Roy Woods. Is Waking at Dawn by Roy Woods is a mixtape. It is. Oh, all right. Then yeah, okay. Waking at Dawn, Roy Woods. It's like 12-track song, banger after banger after fucking banger, dude. Those are my three, and I'm sticking with it. I'm happy with those tapes.
All right. We're living with it. We're running with it. Love it, Matt. If you don't mind, I want to go ahead and go number 2.
Take the reins, brother.
All right, man. So. Once again, you guys kind of put me on the spot. We were talking off cam about what we were going to do, and I was kind of at a loss. But I did know that number 1 or number 2 or number 3, wherever it's going to be in my list. It's A Kid Named Cudi mixtape. Absolute classic mixtape. A prelude to A Man on the Moon, which is honestly one of my top albums of all time.
Dare I say, like, perfect mixtape?
Chef Kiss mixtape, dude. High key.
I would say it, yeah. Like, damn near.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you. You know, if we're sitting next to each other at a bar, right next to each other, and we're drinking beers, and you start bringing up that topic, you say, you know, that mixtape, I'm not going to argue with you, man. I'm not going to bash the bottle over your head. It's fantastic.
No. Okay, yeah.
I hear you.
Bash the
next
bottle
one,
over your head.
Joshua.
Kid named Cudi.
Hey, we really care about this music stuff. Sometimes it gets down to the nitty gritty. All right, so we got to put that somewhere. 1, 2, or 3. I don't know. Got to throw Days Before Rodeo in the mix. Shouts out to you, Sohail. I fully agree. That's got to be on everyone's mixtape top.
Oh yeah, dude.
5, top 10. You got to throw it in there. Obviously, a big moment for Travis. Owl Pharaoh was a big mixtape for me personally. But Days Before Rodeo really kicked it off. Matt, I know that we were kicking it a lot during that time. You had just moved into a new house. We were going through college. And we were definitely vibing to that all summer long, all year long. So got to throw that in there. Still in the rotation today. Number 3. I'm at a loss for. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm really at a loss for this. So, Hale, you threw in the wrench, if you will, saying that we need to diversify these mixtapes.
Think about that, dude. Ooh. So again, it's as long as you don't get tired of it, bet. You know what I mean? But
and that's what I'm concerned about.
Desert island, like, dude, think about day 7, waking up on that island, and you're playing the intro to you know, A Kid Named Cudi again. It's like,
right.
Like, okay, so
I need something else.
I will say Days Before. That might be one of the few tapes, period, that I could probably listen to over and over again, and I'd be okay. You know.
I don't disagree at all. I don't disagree at all.
That's a tough one though, right?
Number 3, I almost want to leave it blank, but you know, for the show, you got to put on, you got to figure it out. I keep leaning towards Detroit by Big Sean, but it's not that I don't think it's deserving of its place. Detroit by Big Sean, it's in my head right now on the spot. I definitely love it. But going back to mixtape days, man, like thinking about Dat Piff, you know, thinking about stuff like that. Like I'm trying to figure out what I used to really get excited about, what I downloaded on that. So for right now, you know, to be honest, that number 3 spot is up for grabs. I'm about to pass it on to you, John Stockton style assist. I do not have a third at the top of my head. I don't want to misfire that hard.
That's fair.
Right, go ahead.
Yeah.
I've got a lot on my mind right now. I've got a lot brewing because of the things that you guys have said, but also just because of like what we've been talking about. I mean, like honestly. So first and foremost, I want to say Cushion Orange Juice, Wiz Khalifa.
I love it.
If not that, I would say How Fly, just because of the Wiz and Currency together. And like we said back in the day, like they were really just on top of that fucking like that Dat Piff. Like like underground rap game. In my
Shit,
opinion, at
dude,
least.
if we can grow / smoke weed on this desert island, I think that might change my answers.
I mean, shit, dude. I mean, Kush and orange juice. Like, I would say that'd probably be my number one.
Solid one.
Okay.
Solid one.
You said a kid named Cuddy earlier, and I can't not say that.
What's a top 3 mixtape without it? Come on, man. You gotta.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Honestly, I'm trying to think of like what else I felt like just seamlessly fucking flowed like that album or that mixtape back in the day. I want to say Zero Heroes XV as well.
That was your guy.
I mean, XV Vizzy, man, he's been like the underground goat in my eyes for a long time.
Yeah, that's some underground shit.
I mean, yeah, 100%. I mean, and like I was saying, Belly as well. So I've said like fucking 5 at this point, but Belly, Up for Days. It's got that Might Not Make It song with The Weeknd. It's got that White Girls with Travis Scott. Like,
white girl on a white girl is so excited.
This shit, yeah, I mean, it slaps. It slaps. Like,
yeah, Belly's good, man. Belly's real good.
So I guess, okay, top 3. Top 3. We'll do Kush and Orange Juice. We'll do... Am I thinking the right one with Vizzy? I gotta really look this up. I'm sorry.
Matt, forever hold your peace right here. This is a big one, man.
It really is. Shit, I can't spell right. Yeah, definitely Zero Heroes.
It's like we could clearly update it in another episode.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah. It could be like, you know what? Actually, this.
Nope. But dude, Josh, come with me. Come with me on this journey back in the day. Come with me.
All right. Sorry.
Come with me on this journey back in the day. You remember the days. Wichita. Fucking when we're done, Smallville, dude. Awesome pictures on my wall. Textbook stuff. Hold up. Featuring Kendrick Lamar back in the day when we didn't know who the fuck Kendrick Lamar was. What?
So for the audience out there, the non-existent audience, hopefully soon to grow, Matt and I.
It's so disrespectful to people who might watch this.
No, I'm sorry.
Anyone who cares
out there listening, we're right here. So Smallville XV, sitting in Matt's basement. Not even kind of get nostalgic, Matt, but we got to talk about like the history behind why you would choose these things. So we have loaded up. I can't remember how we found the Smallville beat. I think it was YouTube. And then we obviously did some things. We got the beat. We downloaded it. Not going to talk about how we managed that, but we got that beat, legal, man. I swear. Yeah, we got that beat, man. We were rapping on that, so
I don't want to talk about it here, but we did some things, dude.
So,
but yeah, no, I mean,
story short, sorry, man. That song's immortal, and that mixtape, in your eyes, if you love it, I support it.
It really is just, I mean, like that nostalgia, that go back. I mean, I was just looking at more XV tapes, dude. Popular Culture, you remember that shit too? I think maybe. I don't know. XV, props to you. Love you, dude. If you ever watch this, I don't know.
I know you're watching this, XV.
It's incredible. Everything that you did back in the day helped me get to where I am, helped me to love music. And, that's just it. So Kush and Orange Juice, Zero Heroes. And I would probably have to say Days Before Rodeo too, just because.
There you go. Hey, 3 for 3. No, what do I? All right.
So yeah, honestly, yeah.
We're not making this the Travis show, but obviously, when the 3 hosts decide on a mixtape, it's clearly goated. It's clearly goated. Come on, man.
It really is, though, dude.
And that was Metro Boomin, like for a lot of those tracks before anybody knew who Metro Boomin was. You know what I'm saying, like. Which is crazy because like Travis is from Houston, Metro's from Atlanta. Like how? I probably
don't play, dude. Do not.
Play. I'm playing with these.
Oh my god!
Plug in my swish, then he woke me up early.
Yeah, I didn't really care for Sloppy Toppy too, but it was just so.
No, that's the Migos got it. I know that she got it.
Oh my god!
I love it.
Fucking heater, bro. The beat, dude. The beat is so fucking weird.
That's why I like it more.
I love the beat, dude. 100%. So, and I'm not. I'm sorry to use this terminology, right? I know a lot of people use it, but I mean, obviously timeless, obviously ahead of its time. I mean, we were listening to things that I don't even think we were ready for, right? I don't think we were prepared to hear that type of rap at the time.
100%, dude.
Or whatever it was. I mean, can you even, there's rap elements, but like that thing was something else.
It was like melodic trap, dude, before trap even was a genre. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't bump it when it came out. When, let's see, when Days came out, I didn't give a shit about Travis. Like Dream Chasers 3, he was on the intro track.
Yes, sir.
I'm leaning. I don't know if y'all know.
Yes, sir. I'm leaning. Something on. He sound real aggressive, real like demon time type shit.
And he did obviously I heard his ad libs. I'm like, whoa, you know. And then on the outro of that song, he does some like background like mumble and rap and shit, you know. Like Louis Vuitton, I'll be right in my mind, like shit like that. And I remember thinking, like, dude, who the fuck is this? Because this guy sounds so good. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I tried looking as much as I can. I didn't figure out it was Travis, which is an L. Because had I found that out, I would have been on to him way earlier. But yeah, one of my buddies put me on Travis later, and I went back to listen to Days, and I'm like, I'm not feeling this shit, dude. You know? The first time I heard Days Before Rodeo, like,
man, that's crazy to me.
Now, another point I want to talk about.
We weren't ready for it.
Hold up, though.
Isn't it crazy? Oh, go ahead, man. Sorry.
Owl Pharaoh, like the way that like that Days came out, like that's exactly what we wanted from Travis, was it not? Like, at that point, Josh, like from Owls to that, like it was just like, holy fuck, he actually did it. Like he really transcended into this and like made it actually happen. Like,
plus the antidote from Rodeo came out as a single before Days Before Rodeo dropped, I'm pretty sure. So people were hype off of that shit already.
And then Don't Play came out as the single too.
So Matt, so the Don't Play actually came out with the video. So Hale, like, I'm sorry, I'm losing my thought here. Antidote came out right before Rodeo, which I feel like really blew up like the Rodeo hype. There obviously was like those subcultures who really were fucking with Travis, but Don't Like came out right before Days Before Rodeo, big single, and then he followed it up obviously right before Rodeo with Antidote. I mean, I remember sitting there and I was like, you know, this is big, and everyone, you know, it just became what it was. It was huge. It was massive right before Rodeo, and the hype before Rodeo just skyrocketed beyond what it already was, right? Because he had built up this brand, built up that catalog.
Think about where Big Sean was in 2014 too. Like to like put him on to where like he kind of almost co-signed Travis at that point too. He was doing his whole like first quarter and like Paradise and like
that
you
was
said,
a big
Detroit,
record, dude.
Detroit came out right with that, right?
Oh my gosh, Matt,
so
you just
like,
brought me back, dude. That quarter shit was crazy,
dude. First quarter was fucking insane, and then he did the fourth quarter too. Like,
remember the Bape hoodie he was wearing in the video, and there was like multiple views of him. That was crazy.
That dude,
I forgot about that.
He really was on top of the game at that point, and that cosign with Big Sean, I think, made Travis even skyrocket even higher, which is just crazy because. I mean, good music really has just kind of taken off and just like.
So, Hale, are you a fan of Big Sean? Did you follow?
Yeah, I was about to say, dude, you guys are gonna hate me. I do not like Big Sean.
That's fair, man. There's like reasons why. I get it.
No, yeah, I understand it 100%. Like
his Finally Famous dropped, Volume 1, I believe, and I remember liking that tape, but. He sounds too repetitive in my opinion. I don't think he goes out of his like comfort zone really.
I feel that 100%.
I think the rapping that you hear from Big Sean right now is pretty much the same as you would hear from him 4 or 5 years ago, you know? So I
get
that. Before we get crazy off topic.
Yeah, go ahead.
What were each, like, Matt, did you finish your 3 tapes?
Number 3,
XV.
I will say is Zero Heroes, XV. Number 2, I'm gonna have to do Cushion Orange Juice. No, fuck it. No, I'm doing Days. I'm gonna have to take Cushion Orange Juice out. I love Cushion Orange Juice. I love Wiz. That was like the fucking like first mixtape that got me into like mixtapes and really fucking digging into music and loving music.
Oh, yeah.
So I've gotta love that. That's gotta be sitting at 4, I guess, for me. But so yeah, 2 would be Days Before Rodeo, Travis Scott. 1 would be blanking now.
A Man on the Moon. A Kid Named Cudi.
Yeah, a Kid Named
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
So before we started this, I like we were talking about how, you know, we talk about shit just to kind of like establish what each of our own music tastes is. Bro, both you guys had A Kid Named Cudi and Days Before Rodeo. I had Days Before Rodeo, bro. Like, if anyone's watching this, they're like, dude, these guys all listen to the same shit.
Yeah. And that's a good point, man. I think that obviously we, you know, I can speak for myself. I think, you know, the backbone of the music I love is very hip hop centric. And I know that we have our own, you know, styles of music when we create it. But, you know, coming into this, we had really the vision behind the mixtape, or excuse me, the podcast was to really get an understanding of each other's music taste. And it's funny to see that all 3 guests, right, that although we're friends, although we do talk about music, you know, we kind of agreed upon in the moment of these mixtapes. So I think that's a testament to those artists and the music they were making at the time to really solidify themselves in this genre. Yeah.
So let's move on to albums, right? So mixtapes are solid.
Sure.
You know, I say they kind of
big time. This is big.
They evoke probably the most like close to home art that an artist can make, right? Because there's an oversight and shit like that, but at the same time, production value might be a little bit less. It's more like on an artist's free time because they're not making money off of it like that, you know.
Yeah.
And even like Travis, like I said, like it's been when did Al Fair drop? 2012, something like that. 2013.
13. Yeah, 13. May of 13.
It's been 8 years since his first tape, and he's only dropped 1 other mixtape since then. You know what I mean? So that's also a little tricky because Days Before Rodeo is fucking amazing, but I don't think it exemplifies what his music style is like on Astroworld, let's say, right? Like you listen to Days, you won't like it's fucking fire, and you'll get what Travis is about, but I don't think you'll be able to like really get like deep down to the art that he likes to evoke like he does on Astroworld and shit like that. So yeah, it is a different discussion here. Albums are way different than mixtapes, high key. But
absolutely.
Yeah. You guys have any
so Hale, you
off
had
the top of your head?
Yeah. So Hale, you had mentioned you know, it seems like Astroworld is a big album to you. Can you kind of expand on that? And even outside of the fact, whether it's not in your top 3, can you expand on, I guess, you know, not even to make this Astroworld centric, like, can you expand on what albums do to you in moments, and do they make it to your top list because of the situation you were in when they were released or when you were listening to them?
So yeah, I absolutely, context is huge, right? Nostalgia is huge, you know, like just for an example, last summer, me and our buddy Justin, we went on a road trip to see Matt, like out in Cali, right? Yeah. And on the way, we stopped by Wisconsin for a few days, or no, it was Wyoming. He had a buddy out there. We stayed there a couple of days, and it was a really, really small town, Wyoming. Everyone's like a country dude. There's one black person in that whole town, and he was a cop, you know. So it was just kind of like that vibe, you know. Every bar you went to, they're playing country music or it's like soft rock. And he's straight up like, yeah, Oxy, like, you know, you better not play any rap like in these jukeboxes or whatever, you know. And I'm like, all right, whatever. But you know, on my own, like if I'd just wake up early, I'd be bumping at that time. Gunna's newest tape dropped, Wanna, and I love Gunna, so I was playing that shit.
It's good album, good album,
solid album. So yeah, a specific song, Dollars on My Head, I play that a lot. But anytime I play that song now, it immediately takes me back to Wyoming, sitting on the front porch steps, just 7 a.m., bumping that shit, smoking a cig, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, context is huge, nostalgia is huge. But I think the best albums are objectively the best, right? Yeah. Astroworld dropped on my birthday. It dropped August 3rd. So like midnight of August 2nd. My birthday is August 2nd. So it was huge. When it dropped, I went over, picked up one of my buddies, you know, just kind of drove around, bumped the tape. And that was cool, but like when I listen to Astroworld now, I don't think of that like scenario or that moment of first hearing it. So again, I think that's a testament to how good Astroworld is.
Yeah. And I'm glad you had mentioned this. So you had said like, hey, you know, we kind of dove into, you know, how do emotions kind of elicit certain feelings for albums. I love the fact that one, you said that, hey, like albums kind of transcend those moments in time, right? Like
good
they're objectively
albums.
better than those moments. Yes. Yeah. And so one thing I wanted to also touch on is, are we too generous when we create these lists due to those, you know, moments in time that we really cherished, right? So something always to keep in mind when we're creating those lists, you know what I mean? So just, you know, something that I want to touch on too.
What do you think, Matt? What do you think? How big does emotion or like the scenario of listening to a tape play into the factor of how much you enjoy that?
Man on the Moon 2 really invokes that like nostalgia feeling to me. I don't know why. I just like, whenever I think of that album, I think of sitting in my room playing Modern Warfare 2 or whatever COD was out at the time, literally drinking like Red Bulls or fucking Mountain Dew. I don't know what the hell. Like being a little teenager,
gamer
playing
fuel,
COD and like thinking about like sad thoughts and like wishing I was talking to the moon like Kid. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I just fucking remember that great times and sad times at the same time with that album playing all the time. I don't know. It's like there definitely is that nostalgia, but I mean, like you said at the same point, just because there is that nostalgia doesn't mean that it's gonna be like always the best.
Oh yeah, dude, and even like not to get crazy deep, but I'm like talking about. I think music is the perfect medium of art, right? Like compared to like painting and sculptures and movies and TV shows. Like, you know, like you look at a painting, right? Somebody painted that. You know, the artist does what he does to a certain extent to evoke something. But the majority of enjoying an art is on the audience, it's on the viewer, right? It's on you to look at it and to think and to, you know, connect with shit. So it's very audience driven, like visual artists. Movies are on the other side of the spectrum, right? It's a director, screenwriters, actors, and they're very much like they curate something to be experienced in a very specific way, right? When we see a movie, we're experiencing more or less, we're experiencing the same thing that everyone else is, or exactly what the director wants us to think, right?
Or very close to it because it's through that lens, right?
Exactly. And like I said, art, like visual art, is completely different because it's like
their mindset.
It's open for interpretation. Yeah. Like it's all interpretation. Whereas movies, very rarely is there any interpretation. It's what you see is what you get. 100%. And music, I think it's that beautiful fucking balance right in the middle, right?
Yeah.
The artist like does what he does to kind of like steer you to experience it a certain way, but like
your own way at the same point.
Exactly. I think equally it is still up to the audience, it's up to the listener to get what he wants to get out of that. I love music. Anyway, 3 albums. Matt, you said earlier you had some.
Okay, so I'm gonna go off the top. Yeah, the first ones that kind of came to my brain. I'm gonna go with number 3, Because the Internet, Childish Gambino.
Good album, great album,
absolutely seamless to me. Like I can listen to every song on that album, not skip any of them. The time.
And just to quickly interject here, sorry, Matt.
Yeah, no, you're good.
But
you're good.
Another huge thing that plays into me specifically, but I'm assuming everybody, is the progression of an album. Listening to an album all the way through and having that be its own story, right?
Yeah.
Rather than like individually like songs. So that's huge to me too. But yeah, go ahead.
I don't think we've touched on that enough.
Fully agree. Great point.
Yeah, when I go through it, I actually listen to a mixtape or an album. I don't just. I mean, I'm not the type of person to just go skip through songs. I'm gonna click play on the first track, spark up a blunt, just do anything and chill and listen to the music. And I think that's 100% how it's intended to be. I think you need to do that and respect the artist because they put it that way for a reason. You know? Talking about Man on the Moon 2 again back in the day. Smoking weed for the first time back in the day and then listening to that song. It was, I'm not kidding. I don't know what the fuck was up with it, but like that song had some kind of like a higher level of like audio. When like you get stoned, you just hear more and you feel just like so euphoric.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but like that's how I felt when I listened to that song, and that's probably one of those reasons that I was like, that is so nostalgic to me. Like,
yeah. It goes back to what we were saying. You know, emotions really elicit how we listen to music, why we listen to music, and you know where we, you know, as we are right now ranking, you know, those top albums. So, in terms of you know, whether I'm inebriated off of, you know, a couple brews or whatever, I think that's big for me. You know, I can't even sit here and say that I listen to music sober the same way I do, you know, when I'm inebriated. You know, I feel like depending on the album, depending on the emotion that they're displaying on songs, really sets the tone for me, whether, you know, I had some drinks or, you know, I'm sober, you know, stone cold sober or whatever. Yeah. So I do think that definitely plays a part into it. And that just really, you know, ties along what we were saying, man. You know, emotion is a huge deal about music. And, you know, so Hale, you had mentioned, you know, movies and, you know, how they want to steer you, but, you know, the landscape of a song when we're listening to it, depending on where we're at, I mean, it really creates that moment that lasts forever. So, perfect, you know, getting back to those, you know, the top three, you know, you got to add that emotion in, and you know, where are we at, guys? Where are we at?
And remember, we're not talking about the best three albums or our favorite three albums, right? Ones we can listen to the most without getting
100%.
But yeah, go
and
ahead,
emotion
Matt.
plays your day to day. So yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. I'm like rethinking my decision now. Honestly, I fucking love that album. No, but because the internet, like Unstoppable, like it really was one of my favorites. But like, I think I have three better. Like, I really can't like believe.
If you want to mull it over, we can let you think about it and hit our own ones.
Let me know. No, I'm gonna say number 4 because the internet. Okay. Sorry for once again doing 4 instead of 3.
No, you're good. It's a hard
4
question,
because the internet.
You're on the hot seat here, but we gotta hear
3. Allah at long.
ASAP Rocky.
ASAP Rocky.
That's a damn good tape.
Number 3. I once again, like you can't skip any. Like that whole summer, he was just releasing hit after hit, single after single to prep that dude.
Was that the Yams tape where like it was right after Yams died and he had
damn near like
the artwork
coincided.
The artwork with
yes sir
in the face, like
R.I.P. Yams, man.
I like that album was so incredible when it first came out. Like I was like, he's gonna keep making music like this, like, and like he kept going and kept transcending, but like. That album is really good.
Talking about Yams.
Like, the entire oh, dude, it really is like incredible.
Very solid pick.
Great pick.
Number 2, can't believe it's 2. Sylvia Demo, Isaiah Rashad.
Oh,
now we're getting into Matt's flavor of rap.
Incredible. I can't stop. He is really goated, like, and he didn't even try on that album. Like, he even says it in almost every song. I feel like he didn't even try, but it was still like the fucking best album of all time. Like, I don't understand.
Great album. Matt, you're coming out hot, man. These 2 picks, I mean, they're controversial, but they are
number
good
1
albums.
And this one could probably be interchanged with any of his albums. My Dark, Beautiful, Twisted Fantasy, number 1.
Great album.
Such a good fucking album.
Kanye goated. I can't even really choose one out of any of his albums, but I'm gonna choose that one because it's just that incredible. And like
it's
Good Fridays. Okay, so that's the mixtape. I cheat. I'm gonna
You better not say Good Fridays.
Good Fridays.
You're talking
Best
you're crazy.
fucking mixtape ever.
I don't even know if
I forgot.
Hey, that's a league of its own. We got to do if you're on an island with Good Fridays type thing. We got to like dive into the song. It's a whole different thing.
What song would you listen to forever just out of the Good Fridays?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so yeah, I'm gonna say My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy because of Good Fridays. Like, you gotta just like add that on because of the fucking like it was incredible. They had so many songs in the chambers. I can't wait for that documentary to come out. I hope that there's some of those Hawaii sessions in there. I'm excited.
Good. My main question is, okay, are we counting video game soundtracks as albums?
That's a good question.
I fucking love video game music. I play it all the fucking time. And genuinely for several months last year, that was like 90% of my music was video game music, right? But yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'll do both. I'll do one without it and then one with it.
All right.
So I guess albums, right? Singing and shit like that. I hate to sound like a broken record, but I gotta pick a Travis Scott tape, right? I gotta pick a Travis Scott album. And fuck me, dude. Rodeo is damn good. It is a damn good listen, like front to back, you know? Like the intro, dude, pornography, bro. With T.I. like commentating, you know, like heater, dude. But I mean, I think I'm gonna have to go with Astroworld. I just think
respect. I respect it.
It's his magnum opus, bro. I think it's just art on another level, bro. I just fucking love that tape.
I hear you.
To back heaters, like banger after banger. He touches all bases, right? He's got songs where he's like rapping, right? Like second half of Stargazing, you know. And he's got songs he's just like slow melodic singing, you know. R.I.P. Screw.
Rest in peace, Screw.
Yeah, like Yosemite, where he's just doing his thing. Like he touches on all.
By the way, Sway Lee did not get the record he deserved on that album. Like he was really like killing those like slight features, man. I feel like he really added like layers. I don't know if people
like that. He was like that Ty Dolla
That's true.
to Kanye.
Yeah,
like
no, 100%. He does add some sparkle to those features. 100%. Yeah. Someone said, but yeah. I mean, Sicko Mode, whatever. Like, it's a great song. But it obviously got overplayed up the ass.
Absolutely.
But I mean, structurally, like, I love the beat switches. I love the back and forth. And I think Drake, again, we'll talk about Drake in a different, because that's a whole, yeah. Astroworld, Travis Scott. I mean, I have to. You already know. And then R&B, I gotta go with P3 by Party Next Door. It is
great album.
It's like 21, 22 songs. And I love them all, dude. They're just all so good. They're in your feels songs. There's poppy, like bumping songs, like it just, I don't know. I love that shit so much, dude. Like soul, a lot of soul songs in there.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't even say that's my favorite Party Next Door album either. I think his most recent one, Party Mobile, I think that's the best Party Next Door album like that he's dropped. But again, 22 tracks or whatever, and I love them all. On a desert island, that'd be the move for sure.
Yeah.
And then fuck man, my third one. So I feel like I gotta go with some ignorant rap, like some trappy shit. I almost want to say like Gunna, like Tripper Drown 2, maybe. Like,
oh my gosh, I see you.
Again, it's not my favorite. It probably is my favorite Gunna take.
Hey, but you're on an island. You're on an island.
It is Tripper Drown.
Yeah, Tripper Drown.
Day one, you drown yourself. I don't have any drip. No, but it's also, I think, the most of all Gunna's tapes. It's just like back to back. Like this song's fire. All right, next song. This song's fire. All right, next song. This song's fire. So consistently, I think it's one of his most consistently good albums. So I think because I need some ignorant trap shit too. You know what I mean? If like while I'm out hunting for food on the island or like trying to like off real hard, I need some fuel, I need something to get me going, the heart pumping.
Oh, jeez. That's funny. Oh man.
Damn, man. I love Nav too, but I feel like that kind of music's already kind of covered with Travis.
Yeah.
I was like, and I want some variety. Damn, dude. I mean, Gunna's the only guy that comes to my head right now in terms of like just Atlanta trap shit. Oh, Future. Damn.
You forgot about Grandfather Future. That's crazy. And there's so much ground to be fucking talked about. Like, we have so much to go over with Future. He's with Drake. He's got to be his own episode, damn near.
I don't think I can sit out for that episode.
I don't think Future is one of the best like rappers out right now, but I genuinely think Codeine Crazy is the best rap song that has ever been made. Like, and I think every single fucking element of that song does what it's supposed to do perfectly, and it leaves you like satisfied. It's not like I want more of that, or it's like you listen to it and you're like, all right, that's it. That's the GOAT, and then period, right? Etched in stone, right?
No doubt.
But yeah, I wouldn't pick Future. You know what? I think I'm gonna pull the trigger. And okay, this is again without looking at my phone, without looking at my iTunes to remind me of shit.
Yep.
Hippos Round 2 by Gunna as number 3, P3 by Party Next Door as my number 2, and then Astroworld as my number 1. Desert
right on.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Josh, YOLO.
All right, so I thankfully went last, so I had a little bit of time to think about it. Like during the conversations, I had some like epiphanies, like, oh fuck, I gotta add that. But they also kind of tie on to mixtapes, but they are albums, mixtapes, whatever. I mean, I'm throwing this all into one basket. But if I'm on a deserted island, I have 3 albums at the top of my head without once again looking at my iTunes or my music Apple Music library. I'm gonna say Lil Uzi Vert vs. the World 1.
Okay.
Love that album. 2016 was
that's
fantastic year for music.
Mad respect for you picking that, dude.
I love that album. I think it's incredible. I listen to it often still. So definitely somewhere in my list of 3. Lil Uzi Vert vs. the World. Love that. I'm going to go ahead and do Acid Rap. Once again, it is a mixtape, but I got to throw that in there. I got to have Acid Rap.
No. You can't say you got to. You can't. those
it is technically it's on streaming services now. So I mean, like you could call it.
So that's why so's Hellboy by Lil Peep. That's not.
I gave you you guys a precursor. I said, hey, just a heads up. It's controversial. They might be mixtapes, might be albums.
Not having it.
All right. So I don't care. All right,
you gotta pick
scrap that. Scrap that.
You can't, you know what I'm saying? We have to choose between our shits. You can't break the rules.
Yeah, you didn't put Acid Rap in the mixtapes. You should have put that in the mixtapes.
Man, I thought about it.
I didn't think about it at that point.
Missed opportunity, man. Missed opportunity. All right, so we scrap Acid Rap, but I'm definitely still Lil Uzi Vert vs. the World is in there. I'm gonna go ahead and do Man on the Moon 1, Man on the Moon 2. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. If I got to choose one, it's surprisingly, I will do Man on the Moon 2 because I need that moody, weird shit in my life, depending on what I'm doing on that island. Like, so Hale, you kind of like painted the picture of like the survival mode. Like, I feel like I need Man on the Moon 2 in my life.
You're right.
Depending on what I'm going through on that island. And so we'll go ahead and put that up there. And I might regret it later once again.
No, you won't regret it. Honestly, that would be the perfect album for like hunting some fucking wild boars down. Like,
Man on the Moon 1.
And then to finish this out, just because once again we talked about how music is like kind of fast food nowadays. We forget so much. But an album that I would want to have on an island right now, thinking about it, would have to be Dominic Fike's EP. I can't recall what it's called. I think it's Dominic Fike EP, but I want that right now on an island.
The newest one.
Damn, that's a new one.
I really, really like that a lot. That it was a big album to listen to in 2019 for me. You know, and we talk about emotions like really playing a big role into why we love things, and it was just it was a moment in time where that came out, and I had heard about him through Brockhampton, and I just got to have that in there, at least, off top. So here's my 3 right there.
Love or Lil Uzi versus the World, Man on the Moon 1, you said?
Two.
Don't forget about me demos. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. Yeah, right there.
Honestly, a very good call. I've been listening to that a lot recently.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Hold on. Take out Man on the Moon 2. We got to do Blonde. We got to do Frank Ocean Blonde. Come on. Jiminy Christmas.
How did we forget about that? How did
I forgot about Frank Ocean.
Blonde all day. Oh, we got to have that.
Dude, I'm about to bleach my fucking hair right now because of that.
Yeah, man. For real.
So you got to understand, for your albums now, you have Dominic Fike and Frank Ocean.
Yeah, you're right. I gotta swap out Dom. I gotta swap out. No. So hell, I'm keeping that. I'm staying true. I'm holding 10 toes down. I really feel that way right now.
That's a good decision.
I really do.
That's fire though.
Yeah, we got to keep that.
He's been telling me in the past like months and years and so that he's been listening to less like rap and more like
hell yeah.
That style. So I mean, yeah,
same. Cool. Yeah, I'm listening to so much R&B and rock and shit now, dude. It's crazy.
I've been trying to.
Dude. Oh, I forgot. So for video game music, I would definitely like swap out Gunna's tape and probably put like Ocarina of Time soundtrack.
Nice.
Pure nostalgia.
Nice.
Dude, listening to that shit right on the beach, bro. Some of those like those fucking vibey shits, bro. Like we went to Puerto Rico last year. And I like one song specifically, Zora's Domain from that game. Oh my god, bro! It is beach music to a fucking T. It is beautiful shit, beautiful composition. I think it's some of the best music that's ever been composed. Period, dude. All right, and this is a separate discussion, but video game music is high key modern day like compositions like Bach and
awesome.
And Beethoven, high key, dude, because you're telling a story with music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And it has to be complementary to the game. It's a difficult fucking thing to do, you know?
Let's go ahead and wrap this up. So let's go through the top 3 of each other's mixtapes and albums and then, have some final points on it and then, bid farewell and, maybe have a teaser for the next, episode. What do you guys want to hear? This is what we're thinking, whatever type stuff. So,
right. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. Matt, you want to go first? Mixtapes?
My top 3 mixtapes were... not in any order. XV, Zero Heroes, Days Before Rodeo, Travis Scott, and A Kid Named Cudi by Kid Cudi.
Beautiful. All right, Josh.
A Kid Named Cudi was up there, Days Before Rodeo, and then I was kind of iffy on the third one. I did spit out Detroit. Obviously something to think about. Great mixtape. Nothing against Big Sean. Love it. Happy to see that he had Detroit 2 come out as an album recently. So I'll hold steady with the Detroit mixtape there, but I got to go back in my catalog and take a look at Dat Piff, but we'll hold steady for that one.
So then for mine, I mean, you already know the GOAT #1 mixtape, in my opinion, of all time, Days Before Rodeo. Fucking legendary. It's just, I could go on and on about Travis like all fucking day, but dude, it's
I think
just
we all could,
beautiful,
honestly.
Beautiful fucking art, man. Then I said Lil Peep, Hellboy. Again, to kind of like get that old grungy rock emo kind of vibe. Like I like, for variety's sake, just because I listen to a bunch of different kinds of music every day, right?
Yeah.
And then Roy Wood's Waking at Dawn. Fucking beautiful shit, dude. Like, that's that shit you listen to and you're like, you feel heartbroken even though there's nobody that broke your heart type shit, Like, I just love that shit, dude. I love getting into... What's huge for me is songs that kind of exemplify a specific vibe, right? And like, it makes you encompassed in that vibe. Like, not to get off on a big tangent here, but one song that comes to my mind is Savage Anthem. The song's only like 8 bars long, right? It's mostly just kind of atmospheric beat. All his 8 bars are about is like, he got caught cheating by his girl, and it just talks about cheating, like, and it makes it so saucy. Like, obviously, for the viewers at home, don't cheat, right? Don't cheat on your significant others. But like, come on, you know what I mean? Like, this makes you like just feel like you're a gangster, like, because you're cheating. Like, it just, I don't know, it's weird. like that's what I love about music. I think Travis Scott does that well. Roy Woods does that really well. Lil Peep does that well. So yeah, those are my 3 tapes. Sorry to take so long. All right, Matt, hit me with your albums, my guy.
You're good. So yeah, my 3 albums. I'm gonna say 4 just because I was really back and forth on it. First one's gonna be Because of the Internet. That one I ended up swapping out just because of the feelings of love that I've got for these other 3. But Because of the Internet, I mean, it had a big place in my heart back then. Childish Gambino coming out and just fucking killing it, man. Like it was unstoppable at the time. Tape. Yeah.
For sure.
But 3, Sylvia Demo, Isaiah Rashad. I mean, I feel like his kind of coming out to the world and like showing that he's got something that like people really need to take notice of.
Chattanooga.
Yeah, man. Fucking Chattanooga.
Shout out Tennessee.
And then number 2 is going to be Allah, ASAP Rocky, At Long Last ASAP. I mean, it's unstoppable. You can't like, I could go on and on and on and on all night about the album. Like, honestly, you guys probably know. And then number 1, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Praise Ye. I mean, Chef's Kiss. Yeah, whatever you want to fucking say. Like, I mean,
great album.
Close to perfect.
No doubt.
Close.
Yeah, damn near.
Gorgeous with Kid Cudi.
Rick Ross coming in, Devil in the new dress. Oh,
on that album.
God.
Dude, good fucking picks, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right, Joshua, my man.
Yes, so I went with Lil Uzi Vert versus the World. Once again, just a big album for the time. 2016 was a year for me in a good way and bad way, whatever. But definitely that was kind of the soundtrack to it. So it's very cool. I consider it my coming of age album, if you will. So, and then I went with Blonde. It's a good
marking point. Like, sorry, it's a good marking point for that SoundCloud rap explosion.
Yes,
right. Like, just everybody gets
the apex of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yep. Great point. Something we should touch on too. The SoundCloud era is, whether it's still going or whatever. I mean, we get the whole beast with that. And then I went with Blonde, obviously Frank Ocean. What can you say? Great album.
Nights by Frank Ocean has the best beat switch of all fucking time, dude. I would say that.
I don't disagree.
That the whole album, honestly, like the beats, the selection, incredible.
Bro, Solo Reprise, where it's literally just Andre.
Gosh.
That's such a genius fucking idea.
Oh my gosh. And not to mention coming off of Solo, dude, that song is incredible. Incredible. It was a fantastic thing to do. And Andre 3000 is Andre 3000. I mean, are you kidding me? He is who he is, man. Great album.
Blonde was such a good, because there were so many songs like that sounded different, dude. Do you remember Pretty Sweet? It was kind of a low-key song. Dude,
it was
so like chaotic.
It was aggressive, correct?
Yeah.
Real rocky.
Like, just these crazy guitars, and then just like it softens up with like that chorus.
On the hell I break, on the I can't even do it.
On this side, on this side. Oh, dude, like, how do you have that idea for a song? I don't know. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, for real. No, you're all right, man. For real. Definitely happy to have that. I'm glad I thought of it because it definitely slipped my mind. But you got to have Blonde on there. And then lastly, I did Dominic Fike's Don't Forget About Me. Huge album for me. Really, really enjoy it. Happy to see that he's having some successes. And it's something that I go back to often. I mean, I would say that I listen to a song from that album EP every day. And I'm still learning something new about it. So definitely happy to have that in my picks as well. And if I'm on a deserted island, man, those are my picks for sure.
And I guess to wrap it up, let me hit you with the real objective true answer to this question, right? of desert island albums, right?
Oh yeah.
Excluding the video game, because that's like a separate thing. But number 3, we're gonna hit with that Gunna Drippers Round 2. Like I said, it just kind of, it gives me that trap vibe that I want, that like that Atlanta sound, that ignorant shit, and it is very fucking consistent. Like back to back songs are just good. So it'd be a solid album to keep playing over and over again. Number 2, for my R&B, to tug at my heartstrings a little bit, maybe give me a little horny, you know what I'm saying? Is that P3, Party Next Door? Again, huge album, it's like 20-some songs, and just heater after heater after heater, dude. That's fucking amazing. And then number 1, Astro, Travis Scott. Just, like, I mean, what do you want
really
me to
say?
Dude?
Yeah, exactly.
Shut up, idiot. There's nothing to say about this. Just take it. That's the answer. Any final thoughts, my boys?
No, guys, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to do this. This was an awesome episode. Hopefully more to come. Actually, excuse me, more to come. Always awesome kicking it with you guys. Obviously, we're in separate places, but it felt like we were in the same room, bullshitting, talking about music, what we do on a day-to-day basis. Just so happens that we got in front of a camera. So fantastic episode. Love it, guys.
Let's add some brews next time and have a better time for sure.
Yeah, man.
Make it a little chill. Make it a little.
I mean, it was a lot of fun. So yeah, thank you for watching / listening. If you're there, you know what I'm saying? Definitely more to come. We're having a lot of fun with this. We hope you are too. And then like whatever platforms we put it out, like give us feedback. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear, what was too much, too little. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is your boy Sohail, aka Oxy. Signing off.
Josh checking out here as well.
Thanks for coming, guys.